All right, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jennifer Grace. I'm a public utility law judge with the Maryland Public Service Commission. Today is November 3rd, 2025. It's 1:00 p.m. We're having a hearing on Wicomico Wilber Solar 1 LLC, Wicomico Wilber Solar 2 LLC, and Wicomico Wilber Solar Project 3 LLC's application for certificate of public convenience and necessity to construct 3 co-located solar photovoltaic generating facilities totaling 15 megawatts in Wicomico County, Maryland. Let's start with appearances.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Max Cook on behalf of the applicants.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Sandra McLemore on behalf of the Power Plant Research Program.
Good afternoon. I think Ms. Garofalo might be speaking but muted.
Yes. Good afternoon, Your Honor. Annette Garofalo on behalf of Commission staff. With me in this case also is Kenneth Albert.
Thank you. All right. It's my understanding that the applicant has consented to the conditions proposed by staff and also by PPRP. Is it also an agreement between the parties to stipulate to one another's testimony?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. I received exhibit lists from each of the parties, and I'll ask that you go through your exhibit list for the record at this time. You can start with that.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. And I believe that the certificate of publication for the pre-hearing conference has already been entered into the record, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. As applicant exhibit 2 would be the applicant's petition document filed on December 23rd, 2024, consisting of 10 pages under mail log number 314464. To be marked as applicant.
You can just go through your whole list.
Thank you, Your Honor. To be marked as applicant's exhibit 3 would be the applicant's environmental review document, also filed on December 23rd, 2024, consisting of 59 pages under mail log number 314464. To be marked as applicant exhibit 4 would be the applicant's appendices, also filed on December 23rd, 2024, consisting of 1,583 pages, also under mail log number 314464. As applicant's exhibit 5 would be the applicant's corrected attachment K noise study, filed on January 23rd, 2025, consisting of 18 pages under mail log number 315094. To be marked as applicant exhibit 6 would be the additional MHT information filing, filed on January 23rd, 2025, consisting of 2 pages under mail log number 315101. To be marked as applicant exhibit 7 would be the applicant's additional information filing made on January 30th, 2025, consisting of 18 pages under mail log number 315262. To be marked as applicant exhibit 8 would be the applicant's response to PPRP data request number 1, filed on March 12th, 2025, consisting of 133 pages under mail log number 316673. To be marked as applicant exhibit 9 would be the direct testimony of Jonathan Stone, filed on April 23rd, 2025, consisting of 6 pages under mail log number 318217. To be marked as applicant exhibit 10 would be the direct testimony of Andrew Reese, filed on April 23rd, 2025, consisting of 20 pages under mail log number 318217. To be marked as applicant exhibit 11, the certificates of publication for the first public comment hearing, filed on April 30th, 2025, consisting of 8 pages under mail log number 318450. To be marked as applicant exhibit 12 would be the supplemental direct testimony of Andrew Reese, filed on July 11th, 2025, consisting of 14 pages under mail log number 320358. To be marked as applicant exhibit 13 would be the certificates of publication for the second public comment hearing, filed on August 6, 2025, consisting of 8 pages under mail log number 321078. To be marked as applicant exhibit 14 would be the applicant's signed affidavit from the second public comment hearing, filed on August 14th, 2025, consisting of 6 pages under mail log number 321451. Be marked as applicant exhibit 15 would be the additional joint supplemental direct testimony of Andrew Reese and Jonathan Stone, filed on September 4th, 2025, consisting of 42 pages under mail log number 3220 120. Being marked as applicant exhibit 16 would be the supplemental direct testimony of Benjamin Clemmer, filed on September 18th, 2025, consisting of 6 pages under mail log number 322509. Finally, to be marked as applicant exhibit 17 would be the settlement status update, filed on September 18th, 2025, consisting of 1 page under mail log number 322522. And with that, Your Honor, I would respectfully request that applicants exhibits 2 through 17 be entered into the record.
Applicants exhibits 2 through 17 are marked. Any objection to admitting them at this time? Hearing none, applicant exhibits 2 through 17 are admitted.
Thank you, Your Honor.
PPRP,
Thank you, Your Honor. The following PPRP exhibits I'd like to have marked. The first is PPRP Exhibit 1, direct testimony of Mark Make, which was filed August 5th, 2025, consists under mail log number 321041, consisting of 29 pages and 2 appendices. PPRP Exhibit 2 is a secretarial letter dated August 5th, 2025, also filed August 5, 2025, under mail log number 321041, also consisting of 1 page. PPRP Exhibit 3 are the recommended license conditions, filed August 5th, 2025, mail log number 321041, consisting of 12 pages. PPRP Exhibit 4 is the PPRP Project Assessment Report for the project, also filed August 5th, 2025, under mail log number 321041, consisting of 34 pages. PPRP Exhibit 5 is the PAR Appendix A, which is the applicant responses to selected PPRP data request, also filed August 5th, 2025, under mail log number 321041, consisting of 105 pages. PPRP Exhibit 6 is PAR Appendix B, which includes the reference sections of PPRP's website, also filed August 5th, 2025, under mail log number 321041. PPRP Exhibit 7 is the supplemental testimony of Mark Mank, filed September 12th, 2025, under mail log number 32233, consisting of 2 pages. PPRP Exhibit 8 is the revised recommended license conditions, filed September 12th, 2025. The red line copy, it consists of 13 pages, and the mail log number is 322333. And finally, PPRP Exhibit 9 is the revised recommended license conditions, the clean copy, also filed September 12th, 2025, under mail log number 322333, consisting of 13 pages. If I could have those marked and respectfully entered into the record at this time, Your Honor.
PPRP Exhibits 1 through 9 are marked. Any objection? PPRP Exhibits 1 through 9 are admitted.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Staff,
Yes, Your Honor. Staff would ask that the direct testimony and exhibits of Mikhail Spiegelman, filed August 6, 2025, be marked as Staff Exhibit 1 and admitted into evidence.
Staff Exhibit 1 is marked. Any objection? Staff Exhibit 1 is admitted. All right. I know you folks don't have questions for each other, but I have questions for Mr. Stone and Mr. Mank, I think. But I'll try to make it quick. So can we hear from Mr. Stone first?
Your Honor, and I do have an attestation for Mr. Stone whenever ready.
Thank you. Go ahead.
I hereby attest that the witness is alone in a separate room and not in communication with any other individual.
Okay, thank you. Is Mr. Stone? Oh, there. I see. You can unmute yourself. Okay. Good morning, Mr. Stone. Can you state your full name for the record, please?
Yes, Your Honor. Jonathan Stone.
Okay, and how are you employed?
I'm employed by APR Renewables.
Okay, and did you file testimony in this matter?
Yes.
Do you swear or affirm under penalties of perjury that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth?
I do.
Okay. So I just have a couple of questions. First, the private portion of Hampshire Road. Did we ever find out what the ownership of that was?
Yes, we've determined that per Maryland statute, any parcel abiding a private right-of-way in this manner has ownership of that half of the road and enjoys the rights to use and access that roadway until it reaches a public right-of-way. So in areas where we have a parcel on both sides of the private right-of-way, which it indeed is a private right-of-way, we own both from the center line of the road in either direction. And in areas where we are only on the north side of Hampshire Road, we have half of that particular right-of-way in under ownership.
Okay, so can you see my cursor right now?
I can, yes.
Okay, so when you say both sides, are you just talking about this portion right here?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Okay, and then through to here is where you're saying just on the one side?
Correct, just to the west of the two smaller parcels.
Okay,
Yes,
so
correct, right there. Yep.
Okay. Now,
To the center line of the road on the north side.
now PPRP is proposing that the applicant or the project owner at the time would be required for maintaining this section of the road. Does that include the first section where the property includes both sides, or does that include the entire portion?
The applicant intends to maintain the roadway from the public right-of-way all the way throughout the project in terms of any maintenance during the life of the project.
Okay. The public portion of the road, is that further to the right of this picture?
It is going to be to the right and easterly there till
And
you reach the public right-of-way.
And is that where it intersects with the other major roadway? Is that how far?
It is, yes. Yeah, at the first intersection of Northgate Drive and Hampshire Road.
Okay. Now, there was some mention that this portion of the road, even the private portion, is used for through trucks. Is that, do I have that right?
If Your Honor, if you could please repeat that, what type of trucks?
I'm sorry. That some trucks use this portion, even the private portion of the road, to go through.
I think as a matter of, just a practical nature, folks have used this private right-of-way, on a regular basis as a cut through, with no necessarily legal right to do so, but that it is often used by various vehicles and folks in the community.
Okay. Mr. Mank in his direct testimony at page 26 said that the applicant was still, well, I'm paraphrasing, but the applicant was still deciding about the status of keeping the road open to trucks using it to go through. Has the applicant made a decision about that?
Our determination is that we feel it would be a disservice to the community to close this road in any sense. So we do not intend to close the road to any through traffic.
Okay, so there are on this side, this is train tracks, correct?
That's correct.
Okay, and on this side of the train track, there are residences and commercial properties, is that right?
That is right.
Okay. Do these residences and commercial properties have other access to their property besides this road?
To the best of my knowledge, they utilize Goddard Parkway as it goes south down to Naylor Mill Road, where they can generally access from that route.
Is that on the other side of these train tracks? Is that road?
Goddard Parkway is the binder roadway on the west side of the train tracks.
Okay, thank you. Now, the applicant did a glare impact assessment. Are you the appropriate witness for me to ask about that?
Due to the technical nature of the contents of that glare report, Mr. Clemmer may be more appropriate if that's acceptable to you, Your Honor.
Okay, I have questions about which receptors were used. So that's fine. I can ask Mr. Plummer.
If that's okay with you, Your Honor.
Okay. How about the vegetative landscape buffer? Are you the correct witness to ask about that?
I can certainly give it a shot, yes.
Okay. You know what? I'll save that question for Mr. Mink. All right, I don't have any further questions for you at this time. Mr. Cook, do you have any further questions based on mine?
Nothing for me, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Mr. Stone.
Thank you.
I'd like to ask some questions of Mr. Plummer, if that's okay.
And Your Honor, I hereby attest that the witness is alone in a separate room and not in communication with any other individual.
Okay, thank you. With my screen shared, I can't see. Mr. Plummer, are you unmuted?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Can you state and spell your full name for the record, please?
Yes, Your Honor. My name is Benjamin Clemmer, BenjaminClemmer.
And do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So you heard my previous question. I'm asking about the glare analysis that was undertaken by the applicant. So tell me about the receptors that were used to conduct that analysis, please.
Sure. I'm just pulling it up now. Yeah, so we used a variety of receptors from various points of interest in and around the project site. The main ones would have been 2 private flight paths from nearby the project area, as well as 2-way paths along Hampshire Road, Goddard Parkway, and the train tracks as well. We also took select points of interest from nearby properties at expected human standing height from the various commercial and residential properties in and around the area.
Did the receptors include all of the properties on Hampshire Road and also all of the properties along the western edge of the project?
I believe that was our intent, Your Honor, yes. So I'm seeing, so based on your screen, the 2 small residential parcels, right in that area. Both of those were included, as well as the parcels due south of sites 1 and 2, down in that area. Yes, Your Honor, that's correct. As well as off to the west of the site, beyond the train tracks.
Okay, were there any residences or businesses not included that are along this road and this road?
I do not believe so, Your Honor. Our intent was to capture as many of those as we could identify.
Okay. Are there some properties that are unoccupied?
Yes, some of them are undeveloped or primarily used for an agricultural use, as well as the area to the north of our project area, which was not included in the glare study, but it's primarily undeveloped.
Is the reason why the north area was not included in the glare study because of the already existing foliage?
Yes, Your Honor. There is delineated forest out there of large growth mature trees, which we anticipate would block any potential glare to the north of the parcel.
Okay. On this illustration, you can kind of see trees, and it looks like there are trees. Can you see my cursor?
Yes.
There are trees in all of this area surrounding the portion. Is that right?
That is correct.
Okay. But it looks like you have some vegetated buffer right here up against the trees. Why is that?
Our intent was to extend the buffer basically as far north as possible, such that we still would be under control of existing forests on our own parcel. So even though the vegetated woodland to the east of our project would effectively be screened in the existing condition, in the event that that area would be cleared, the applicants or the project owner could not stop that, which could potentially place the project out of compliance. So for that reason, we chose to extend the vegetative buffer further.
And to the north, there is no vegetated buffer there. Why not?
Because the remaining forest to the north of the parcel is on our project. And as a result of this project, will be required to be placed in a permanent forest conservation easement. So that area is going to be effectively screened in perpetuity for the life of the project.
The buffer proposed is a 25-foot buffer with multiple rows of evergreen trees planted at 4 to 5 feet and mature at 15 feet. Is that correct?
Let me verify the expected planting height. Yes, that's correct, Your Honor. 25 feet wide with 3 rows of staggered offset evergreens.
Okay. Now, there are there is a residence and some buildings being cleared from the site as a part of the plan. Is that correct?
Yes.
Is it just those illustrated in the middle?
Yes, the existing farmhouse and some auxiliary farming buildings.
Okay. All right, thank you. I don't have any further questions. I appreciate your time this morning. Mr. Cook, do you have any questions based on my question?
Nothing for me, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. I apologize that we have to go through this, but sometimes there's evidence in the record in pictures or in diagrams that is not in the written record. And so sometimes the transcript has to suffice. I do have a question from Mr. Mank, if that's okay with PPRP.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Mank is available, and I attest that he is alone in a separate room and not in communication with any other individual.
Thank you. Mr. Mank, can you raise your right hand, please? I actually can't see you. Mr. Mank, can you state your name for the record?
Yes, Mark Mank, Your Honor. I can see myself, so it could be on my end. I may have inadequate service, but it doesn't mean anything. But my hand is raised. I attest to that. Mark
Okay.
Mank, Power Plant Research Program Project Manager.
Okay, thank you. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth?
I swear, Your Honor, that my testimony is the truth.
Awesome. Okay, so I'm sharing my screen. And so when I'm sharing my screen, I can only see the last 4 speakers. So that's why you're fine. Your technology is fine. Okay. So in your testimony, your direct testimony at page 18, you say that you describe the vegetative buffer, but then you say that the project, or I think you say some panels may be visible in winter when deciduous trees lose their foliage. Where are you talking of? Where on this screen are you talking about there may be some visibility in winter due to deciduous trees?
That's a degree of subjectivity. So depending upon the distances you're at and the width of the forest, there may be areas that exist throughout that you would have deciduous trees that fall, shed their leaves, things like that, that you may indeed see that depending upon the angle and where you're looking at. So that could be some of the areas to, let's call it the east, perhaps on the far northwest corner. If I can't control your cursor, but if you go down the railroad tracks up in those areas, there may be areas, and that statement is just routinely used by us because you will lose trees. You may see those panels. The buffers are not such that you will never have any visibility depending upon maturity, forest density, undergrowth, a host of factors.
Okay, thank you. Decommissioning. PPRP submitted supplemental testimony. You submitted supplemental testimony on September 12th, and revised license conditions. That in part had to do with decommissioning and the supplemental testimony, applicant exhibit 15 of Andrew Reese and Jonathan Stone. Is that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. There are some in PPRP's condition, there is a no less than amount of the surety for each of these projects. Is that right?
Let me double check, but we've got a no less than at this time,
see-
I believe. So if you can reference.
It's number 37, and it says the amount of financial surety shall not be less than 958,350 for one, 862,924 for two, and 984,477 for three.
Correct.
Okay. In your testimony, however, you stated that PPRP did not analyze the decommissioning plan proposed by the applicant. Is that right?
So at that point in time, we looked at the bond. We have not reviewed in detail the line items on their decommissioning plan. That will occur per the condition, I believe, 60 days prior to construction. A detailed analysis will occur. This is an evolution of the condition process regarding decommissioning. We have taken out the detailed review by PPRP, and we'll do that prior to construction as necessary, depending upon whether the county will review or not also. So the bond amounts follow a rather prescriptive manner where we take those out of their submission and put those in the condition.
Do you know whether Wicomico County has a decommissioning laws?
I believe Wicomico County intends to review the decommissioning. I am not certain if they have specific decommissioning requirements. Several of the counties have had those and taken those out. Wicomico County historically has reviewed them. The intention is they will review. If they do not, the condition is set up that we and the PSC will review 60 days prior to construction. And I think that's detailed within the licensing condition itself, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Are you able to testify as to whether these minimum surety amounts are within the ballpark of what's been approved by the commission in previous cases?
So I used the term ballpark before, and I don't believe I was instructed not to use that, but they are within the range. I have provided testimony historically that yes, they are, and that was using a series of analysis of previous submissions. So these followed that similar pattern with some, I don't want to use the term fluff, additional enhancements, meaning let's call it 120%. I'm not certain what this one was, but yes, this is very similar to others and within that range based on what I've evaluated up to this time, Your Honor.
So I think that portion is not in your testimony in this case. Am I correct?
You are correct, Your Honor. Those are two other previous cases. I could state those cases if necessary.
That's okay, but you're testifying in this case that these amounts are not in the ballpark, but are commensurate with other bond amounts approved by the commission and other CPCN solar cases.
Yes, they are well within the range of previous bond amounts and should be satisfactory for what PPRP has been looking both historically and for this case.
Okay. I do not have any further questions. Ms. McLemore, do you have any questions based on my questions?
No, Your Honor, but we have been providing the recommended license conditions to the judges in other cases per their request. Would you like a Word copy of those, or are you okay?
Although I'm not sure that I would, just in case. Yes, please.
Okay, I will send those to you.
I would also request, well, actually, that's it. Okay, thank you. I don't have any other questions for any of the other witnesses. Does any party have anything else that we need to address this morning? I can stop sharing my screen. Ms. McLemore, your client, or Mr.
I'm
McLemore?
not sure. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what we have, Mr. Make. Is there
Just
something specific?
a point of clarification regarding the record and the Hampstead Road and the Goddard Parkway. Hampstead Road is approximately 300 yards right of way for this applicant that they do not, it's a right of way. That public roadway is approximately 300 yards to the east of that. And the Goddard Parkway to the west is a right of way all the way to the public roads with access and egress for all those parties on that side. I just wanted to clarify the record regarding that, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. Mr. Cook, Ms. McLemore, Ms. Garofalo, anything else for any of the parties?
Your Honor, staff has nothing.
Nothing from the applicants, Your Honor.
Nothing for PPRP, Your Honor.
All right, thank you very much for your time today. And we can go off the record.
We're off the record, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, everyone.
Judge Grace.
Thank you.
Yes.